from Blaster. Crude, often rude, rarely rude. Smokey Daze Haze. I'm Smokey Daze Haze. Whether you laugh or don't laugh, learn to laugh, as I'm the funniest person going today. And you're not the idiot savant of comedy. The funniest there was, the funniest there is, the funniest there ever will be. Welcome to hell, south of heaven. Don't break the oath. Hell awaits. Black Messiah, nightmare. Here's Blaze Bit 11. Heaven's endless lust. When I was young, people would always ask me if I know how to keep an idiot in suspense. Finally, I'd ask them how. They must have forgot, because they never told me later. Anyways, this is stupid 90s teenage adventures. So basically, I'm at Ground Rounds, like some sort of user meet or whatever, and you know, I'm in there playing video games with this kid. I think his name was Harry, like Green Goblin or something like that. So we're playing like Mortal Kombat, or we're playing like something like Street Fighter. And all the people from the user meet, they're showing up, and they're like all freaks. So that, you know, they call the police on them. So the police come. So when I go outside, I lost my ride home. So, you know, I'm talking to this kid, Harry or whatever. I think he was like the Green Goblin online. I don't remember if I ever talked to him otherwise. But he's like, hey man, you know, my grandmother lives in Hicksville. Come with me to my grandmother's house and I'll let you use the phone. And it's kind of like, you know, we didn't have cell phones back then. So I'm like, okay. So, you know what I mean, we get there, and then it's like King Diamond them. He says, you know, she's not at home. You know, like, Grandma, get in there. So, you know, the kid was like a bit of a metalhead. He had like a leather jacket and stuff like this. He's like, oh, let's go around back. There's like a key or something like that. So it's like, okay, so it's like getting dark. So we're out there, and then, you know, he's like, oh man, you know, you know what? Here, help me with this, help me with that. And he somehow talks me into like boosting him up. So I help boost him up, and he like goes in the window. And right there I'm starting to think, well, you know what? He must have tricked me to go there, because something's just not right. You know, I'm thinking, is this even his grandmother's house? Did we just show up at a random house? So then there's this guy outside, and he's raking his fucking leaves. It's like, you know, it's getting dark, and the dog's out there with him too. And I'm thinking, you know what? I don't really want him to notice me in this yard. I'm in there with the leather jacket, I got my long hair and stuff, and I'm just like crouching tiger, hidden tiger, crouching tiger, hidden bear, whatever the fuck it is. You know what I mean? So I'm out there, and I'm like motionless. I'm not even moving. He went in the window. He's like, oh, I'm going to let you in or whatever. You can use the phone, some bullshit like that. So I'm like, all right, am I like an accessory now? Is this even his grandmother's house? Did he just trick me to go into a random house or something? So whatever happens, the friggin' wife's like pleading with him to go inside, like, hey honey, you want to go inside? You want to go inside? I'm like, would you just go in the fucking house? I'm thinking, just go the fuck in the house. Jesus fucking Christ. She's fucking reasoning with you, and you're fucking out there raking leaves. You got a hot wife. Go in the damn fucking house already. Oh my God, what the fuck with these people? So it's like, all right. So then he comes back out. He like broke something, this and that. I'm like, fuck. Let's get the fuck out of Dodge type of shit. You know, this is before cell phones, so to use a phone wasn't too easy. So it's like we got to try to catch the train to Ronkonkoma for some reason, because that's where he lives. So we're going. And then it's like, the light changes green, you got to run across like 3 to 5 lanes of friggin' traffic. And we're just friggin' like running. Like 3 to 5 lanes of friggin' traffic we had to run through. And it's like, oh man. So we catch the train. It's a long train ride to this kid's house. You know what I mean? Like out east, Ronkonkoma is like in Bumblefuck. You know what I mean? I live like Amityville is the closest town to Suffolk, and that's where Amityville starts. Ronkonkoma is like the fucking edge of the world. Like where fucking hell is. It's like fucking hell. So it's a long train ride there. We get there. We get to his house somehow. You know, I'm a little suspicious of what's going on or whatever. It's like, so then he goes online and he starts like friggin' hot chatting. He's on the GCOM system. He's on Point Blank or Casco. It's one of those things. And he's friggin' on there chatting away. And he starts like hot chatting this girl. So I don't know what he's saying. I don't know what he's typing. So then he has to call him up. He's talking about her panties, talking about all this fucking nasty shit that I'm like overhearing. You know, I get to his house, I mean, it's like the fucking devil's den. He's got a fucking pentagram on his door drawn in his own fucking blood. So this guy's a bit of a fucking wacko. You know what I mean? He's kind of like Harry Osborn, the Green Goblin, for real. So, he's hot chatting and saying everything you can fucking imagine I'm overhearing. I'm thinking, great, this is going to be a fucking good night. So they're going to like meet the next day at like Burger King, some shit like that. But, you know what? Living after midnight. It's not over yet. So, we're going, he's paying for all these like cab rides, these taxi rides or whatever. We're going to all these people's houses. They're mostly renters. He's telling me all these stories. I think he was trying to get weed or some sort of drugs or something. Who knows? What else was there really to do back then? One kid lived in his closet. He's got the fucking whole thing like rigged up. He's got like a flashlight as an energy source. He's got like this weirdest stereo thing. He's got like the friggin', they used to call it jury rig, and we used other terms like that. I think he was with his mom renting. So he's going to him, he's talking to him. He's telling me about this other stuff. Like some of these people in Suffolk are really crazy. I mean, I do black comedy, not dark comedy, but some of my friends like, hey man, you know that guy on the news? That was so-and-so from online, like Cyber or somebody like that. I didn't even remember. He said we hung out before, we talked, and he knew this other guy. He was telling me like all these stories. So a lot of these people from Suffolk are friggin' like crazy. You know, and Ronkonkoma is like the edge of the world. So it's just like, we're going to all these people, we're hanging out, we're going on all these cab rides, and then it's like a walk on the wild side. You know, I get in the back of the cab, I see this person, and I'm like, alright, I know what's up. I'm like, hey man, I'm thinking to myself, I got my own problems, dude. I'm fucking stuck in Ronkonkoma, but don't worry about me. Because, you know what I mean, I can kind of tell the person was scared. You see like 15, 16-year-olds in their leather jackets, long hair, you don't know what's going to happen at like 2, 3 a.m. in the morning. So, you know, we're living after midnight right now. So then, fucking, you know, when we get out of the cab or the taxi, whatever you want to call it, fucking, he's like, dude, man, oh, man, you're so lucky, man, oh, you're so lucky, you with that hot chick, oh, man, you got to be in the back with that hot chick, oh, man, that hot lady, oh, man, you're so lucky, blah, blah. Like, dude, that was a guy in drag, you fucking idiot, it was a fucking guy. He was dressed like a girl, you dumb fuck. You can't tell the difference, you fucking idiot. So it's just like, dude, it's like, dude, you can't even fucking tell the difference between that or whatever else. So, you know what I mean? We're still going on. It was just so funny that he couldn't even figure it out. He didn't even know the thing. But you know what? You all been waiting for this part of the story. And this is when it gets good. Because you know what? We get to the next night. We get to the classic. Not the Billy Crystal movie When Harry Met Sally. This is the real deal. When Harry Met Maggie fucking Mae. So I go with him the next day. I'm still at his house. And we go like the next day to meet her at like the Burger King, whatever the fuck it is. And it's just like, I think we played some video games somehow, and he was paying for them. But really, I didn't get any benefits from whatever the fuck he took. So it's not like, you know what I mean? I was a little suspicious he's doing all these cab rides. This is before Uber. But I'm like, whatever the hell. So I swear, I never seen nothing like this before. Where like the Burger King, the car pulls up, it's like an old car. Like one of those old type of cars, like an old Oldsmobile or something like that. A big car. And it looks like the thing's like scraping. Looks like it's scraping the bottom of fucking everything. And it's like, oh man, well, I guess maybe the shocks need to be changed or something like that. No, the shocks didn't need to be changed. Because when she got out, the car fucking bounced like it had hydraulics. Maggie Mae! Oh my God! Ahab had Moby Dick. This guy had fucking Maggie fucking Mae. Because the whole fucking car bounced. And I never seen nothing like it before. She might have been 200, 300 pounds. If she was 5 feet, she was 200, 250, 300. I never seen anything like this before. They used to have these old movies back in the 80s, back in the ancient times. And you'd have some fucking whales. You'd have like these two twins that would always giggle and be in movies. Well, she made them look really small. She actually has a sister too. We'll get more to that. So we're like the Burger King or whatever the fuck. She took up a whole fucking booth. She takes up a whole booth, man.